try not to hurt yourself, dude. You're already hurt enough. Anyway, good evening, my darling batlings. I'm joined tonight by JKR, and I know that the schedule said we were doing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, but I was kind of not feeling it tonight, so I put it up to a coin toss, so we're doing some more Devil May Cry 1 instead.
Nice.
Yes, you should know you were there for it.
Yes, I was.
But you're not here now.
Ari, who are you talking to?
The question is...
What is a phenomena?
Do-do-do-do-do.
Phenomena.
Do-do-do-do. I don't know where we're going with this.
No, either. You started this. I'm just following your lead.
Oh, sure, everything's my fault. Blame it on me.
In this case, yes, I will. Because it is your fucking fault.
Me.
Yourself. I don't even know where I'm going with that. I'll also be right back because I need to get water and I am thirsty.
You should have done that before stream.
Yeah, I stood up, but I forgore.
Let's turn that audio down a bit. There we go. All right, we should be good to go.
Let's rock, baby.
All right, yep, there's our save file. Wanted to make sure I was logged into the right profile. Mission 15, so we're like over halfway through the game. We made some good progress last time. I had forgotten about that. And we'll get a purple orb while we're at it. A porb, as I call it for short. I don't actually call it that. That sounds filthy. Come on, yeet the fuck. Yeet the fuck. Man, I was just playing some Devil May Cry 5 earlier today, so like I'm gonna have to really adjust to how just kind of clunky this is right after playing Devil May Cry 5.
Ari, I'm home.
This isn't your home. What are you doing here?
I went to go get water, okay?
Yeah, that's not an excuse for breaking and entering.
Hey, I was invited, thank you very much.
Also, you know that with doing the whole Desi Arnaz thing, you're just going to give the shippers more fuel.
Hey, I said Ari, I'm home, not Tani. So...
Yes, but they still probably know the reference.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. Apparently, I am one stream away from hitting the another milestone, my stream streak.
Which milestone?
60, I think.
Oh, cool. It would be cooler if it was
Yeah.
69.
Eh. See,
I'll get there eventually.
I will get back to my her status someday. Word for that blasted car accident! That's right, I'm looking at you, past JKR. Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently it is the watch streak is currently at 79. It'll be 80 next stream.
You lied to me.
I misread.
I can never trust you again. I haven't even done anything horny yet. Speaking of things that are horny, I've got some titty milk over here that I need to try out.
I think you might be right.
And by that, I mean the Gamer Subs flavor. Still not sponsored, but I would love to be. It came as a part of the free sample pack. Last time I tried this, it was good flavor, which was indeed good. Tonight it's titty milk, which I've actually been interested in trying. Both the flavor and yes.
Oh god. Patsy went electro. Now just who the fuck is this asshole?
I can't remember what this kind of enemy is called. I can check it in the bestiary. See, this is called Plasma.
Okay.
By the way, I'm gonna be sticking with this grenade launcher for probably the rest of the game. It's kind of like the most OP gun in the game that
Nice.
doesn't have any kind of
Nice.
inherent drawback. Unlike,
Nice.
there's a gun called the Nightmare Beta that is also really powerful, but it draws from your Devil Trigger gauge for its power. And, you know, it's not easy to recover Devil Trigger in Devil May Cry 1. So, I'm just sticking with the grenade launcher. And also because it go boom. I'm trying to get that blue orb piece. Why am I not just flying to get it? Answer? Because I didn't thunk of it.
Let's see. But yeah, also another thing I'm actually hoping to get in the near future is another. I had to look on the aftermarket for these things because they've been long out of print. But the Tyrant sword from Dr. Wu that came out during Crime to represent the Dark Star Saber.
I thought you already had that.
I have two of them in the dark purple, which is what I originally wanted. But now, I'm actually hoping to get my hands on a trans orange one to go with my Megatronus figure when that comes in, so that I can have like a what looks almost like a sword made of fire.
These guys are just like time. The years stop coming and they don't stop coming. And if you can't stop coming, then that's something you should see a doctor about.
Your joke was bad and you should feel bad.
Joke's on you, I feel no shame.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I just think it'd be cool to have a figure of the Fallen with a sword that's basically, like, actually looks like it is on, like, just made of flames. And you have to admit, the Dark Star Saber actually does kind of look like it. You know, it kind of looks.
If it was in orange, I could see. You know, if it was in orange, I could totally see that.
Yeah.
Because in you know, in the purple color that the Dark Star Saber, you know, naturally comes in, you know, it looks more crystalline.
Right.
And get ready for us to fight my least favorite boss in this game that we have to fight like 2 or 3 times. There's a voice in my head saying something. One who knocks on the gate to the underworld shall borrow the strength from the blue stone. Anyway, time to fight Nightmare. It's the Blob!
Oh, lovely.
The Blob can't get us if we close the windows.
Have you ever been to the underworld, Ari?
Nah, it's a one-way trip unless you have the Devil Sword Sparta. Or Sparta's other sword, the Yamato. Because Sparta, you know, he sealed the gateway between the human world and the underworld to prevent demons from wreaking havoc on humanity. And yes, I am saying that in addition to Castlevania being part of my lore, Devil May Cry is as well.
I find it ironic that a demon lord was actually, you know, like he actually thought that, my kind is kind of just wreaking havoc on the human world. I'm going to put a stop to that, or at least, you know.
Yeah, and it's all because he fell.
often.
It's all because he fell in love with a human woman. And you know, he, and as a result, that's where Dante and Virgil come from.
Yeah.
That's also where both of Dante's swords come from. The sword he uses in this game, Force Edge, is the sealed form of the Devil Sword Sparta. And the sword he uses for the rest of the series, Rebellion, was bequeathed to him by Sparta before he mysteriously disappeared, never to be seen again. We don't know whether he's dead or whether he's in hiding. And that's a question that, to this day, has not been answered, and I don't think they will answer. We also haven't seen, like, 100% what Sparta looked like. We've seen, you know, his demon form, and we've seen unlockable costumes for Dante and Virgil where they dress up like what Sparta's human form may have looked like, but we've never seen Sparta in his human form for real. And if you want to know what Sparta in his human form from the costumes looks like, he's got like slicked back white hair, sort of like Virgil's, but not like, you know, kind of spiky slick back. It's just, you know, more slick back.
Yeah.
and he wears a long purple, like royal purple coat, and a monocle. And he has like a red undershirt underneath it, I believe. And Dante, spoilers for the end game of this game, because he never gets this form again. He gets a powered up double trigger that resembles Sparta's demon form.
Oh, wow.
Dante's double trigger never looks the same twice. Every game it gets redesigned. Because, as he changes his looks every game, his devil form changes as well.
Yeah. That makes
And
sense.
in the first couple games, like this one and especially Devil May Cry 3, his demon form changes depending on what weapon he's wielding. Like, it looks the same in terms of like its base aesthetic, but parts of it morph to match the kind of weapon that he's using.
Okay.
Like, when he's using Alistair, and goes double trigger in this game, he grows wings. Whereas when he's using Ifrit, he has like a fiery aura around him. It's reacting to the growing evil surge of the darkness. Shall I use the Staff of Hermes? Yes. Also, get ready, I'm about to taste titty milk. Can I get away with this on stream?
Only time will tell.
Doesn't taste like I thought it would.
What's it taste like?
I can't quite put my finger on it. It might be like some leftover of that good flavor. That mixed with it, but it's got kind of like a little citrusy kick to it. Sort of like a... Not like orange creamsicle, because that's already a flavor that they offer called Anime Girl Pie. But sort of like a vanilla orange taste. But not like overpoweringly orange, just like a little zest to it.
Nice.
I can wholeheartedly recommend titty milk. I never thought I would be able to say that, but... I never thought I'd be able to say go out and buy some titty milk, everyone, but here I am. Still not sponsored, but Gamer Subs, I'm up for it. I love your stuff. I'll take some more free samples of flavors to try on stream and give my recommendations for. Anyway, remember the mirror? How the mirror reacted to Dante and like the that Nello Angelo game guy came out of it? The evil surge is growing stronger, and I can hear a voice echoing in my head. Those who want to open the gate to the underworld shall borrow the strength of the blue stone. And the door's gone.
Well, shit.
Fine, I'll go this way. So basically, we need the blue stone so we can enter the mirror. Also, I got night terrors.
Yeah, boy.
That was the name of the achievement I just got, in case you missed it.
I honestly thought you were serious there for a second.
No. I just have, like, nightmares about, like, my failures in life.
Eh.
My nightmares aren't even, like, necessarily scary. They just piss me off.
Yeah.
Mission 17, Parted Memento. Slash away at the dragon and enter the court with the Quicksilver.
What does Magneto's son got to do with any of this?
That depends on which continuity you're looking at. Whether you're looking at the good one or the MCU one.
Which one do you think I'm talking about?
Well, or if you're looking at the ultimate continuity, where things got very weird.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Prime Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Earth 616, I believe is what it's called.
Hey, Shadow Dragon. You missed out on me trying some titty milk. And no, I'm not giving you context. I've still got some more titty milk here that I can, consume.
Squizzy.
Remember these guys, because they're going to come back in a future game, along with those lizard guys from previous stages. Specifically, they're going to come back in Devil May Cry 4.
Oh boy.
And those Scissorman guys are going to come back in Devil May Cry 5 in a new form. Also, on the topic about DMC on Netflix, I'm not used to hearing Johnny Young Bosch voice Dante because I think more Nero. Yeah, that's going to take some getting used to, but I think he can pull it off. He's playing Dante a lot more cocky than he plays Nero. And, like, I can hear the distinction in his performance. It's just going to be... It's like Vic Mignogna... Like when Vic Mignogna got fired from everything, and now Johnny Young Bosch voices Broly. It's going to take some getting used to, but I could see him doing a good job.
Well, I mean, Johnny Young Bosch puts his all into everything from what I've gathered.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when it comes to Devil May Cry, because he doesn't just do the voice of Nero in Devil May Cry 4 and 5, he also did the motion capture for him for all of his stunt work.
Oh, nice.
Because it's easy to forget, Johnny Young Bosch is a former Power Ranger. He had to do a lot of his own stunts.
That makes sense.
Because, like, back in the Mighty Morphin days, they didn't just hire, actors. They hired actors who had martial arts and stunt work experience.
Right.
That way they could cheap out on hiring stuntmen.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the reason why a lot of the cast quit after season 1, because they were doing like all this stunt work and acting on top of that, and they were making less money than like if they were to work a full-time job at McDonald's, and they weren't getting royalties from the merchandise, and they weren't getting royalties from reruns of the episodes, and basically they had the shittiest contracts.
Aye.
Also, from what I can tell in the Netflix series, it looks to be a younger Dante. So, that's another way that I could see, Johnny Young Bosch voicing him and finding his footing in there. It's probably going to take a couple episodes, as it usually does with new voice actors in a role for the first time.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for the Devil May Cry Netflix series. Also, there's this one, 18-year-old anime music, this old AMV for Devil May Cry that is set to Rollin' by Limp Bizkit that the algorithm's been boosting the fuck out of because Rollin' by Limp Bizkit was revealed as the theme song to the Netflix series. And he's updated the description to say, yes, I know, I predicted the future. He was just like 16 to 18 years, can't remember which, too early. I even left a comment on it because, all the jokes about him predicting the future aside, it had damn good editing for, a 2008 era AMB. He had it set up so whenever the chorus says, keep rolling, 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 it would show characters either twirling, spinning, or rolling.
Nice. Let's see. Sorry, I'm doing my daily math on Duolingo.
Nobody said there'd be math.
Yeah, well, I gotta get my streak in somehow.
I blame our schools. I still need to stream Mad World sometime. It's just the hassle of getting the Wii set up because not only do I have to get the console set up, I have to get the sensor bar set up.
Ooh.
There we go. Now we've got the Quicksilver. You think they would? You think they add a color mode if a Mad World remaster were to happen? I would hope not, because part of Mad World's aesthetic is that it's black and white with the only color being red for the blood. That would ruin the entire art direction if it had color. That's part of the reason that the sort of, kind of, not really sequel, what's it called? Anarchy Reigns, looks so bland is because they ditched the unique art style and just gave it color. And didn't make it look like a moving comic book. It just looks like your standard, lower budget PS3 game. You never finished it? I've beaten it once. But that was a long time ago and I don't have the save file for that anymore. Because that was on my old dead Wii that I tried to disassemble to do try and fix the disk drive of. But then I found out a Wii is just kind of a nightmare to try and disassemble and fix yourself because there's just so many screws and latches and stuff involved that you need special tools for. And by the time I disassembled it, it's like, well, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to put this back together, so I just got a different Wii. It's like really tiny, tiny microscopic screws that you need a specialized screwdriver for, of course. Because Nintendo didn't want people doing their own repairs at home. The door won't open. There's a round hole in the center. Typically holes are round, but go off. Show the gem with the moonlight. Shall I use the Quicksilver? Yes. But yeah, Mad World, not very, as is typical with Platinum games, the story's not really the focus, but the comedy is on point. It's why I think that Pontac and Graf were better writers for Mad World than for Sonic, because they're great at writing comedy bits, but for like adult series, but not for writing stories for Sonic. Anyway, time for our final showdown with Nalo Angelo, and he's about to unmask. Get ready, you want to see what he looks like?
Let's see it. Virgil?
Yes, it's Virgil. You're on and off here. Hey, Kier. But yes, it is a mind-controlled Virgil. We find out how this happened in a post-credit scene for Devil May Cry 3 that you only get if you perform well enough, which I did not on my first playthrough, and I'm gonna try to, fix that on my next playthrough of it.
Nice.
Well, speaking of Platinum, it seems Ninja Gaiden 4 will have automatic parrying on bullets when running, like with Metal Gear Rising. Awesome, because gun-based enemies in Ninja Gaiden games are usually a pain in the ass. So it's good that they're carrying over some of their previous Ninja game work with Metal Gear Rising to Ninja Gaiden. Also, it's just so cool that Platinum's assisting with Ninja Gaiden 4, right? Or am I remembering that incorrectly? I'm waiting for Shadow Dragon to correct me because he knows this shit better than I do. He's the reason I knew about all this, because I missed that announcement when it happened. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Team Ninja and Platinum Games teaming up is gonna be fire. And here's where Dante realizes, that was my brother, holy shit.
Virgil, Dante, happy birthday.
Also, Devil May Cry 3 would later retcon what Virgil's amulet looks like. It showed that his amulet was gold rather than looking exactly like Dante's. Also, hi, Mundus. Oh my god, Trish has been working for Mundus all along. Who would have suspected? Mission 18, Spirit Stone Elixir. Throw the Philosopher's Egg into the fire and transform it into a Spirit Stone. Spirit Stone sounds like something that would be like a MacGuffin for a season of Power Rangers, now that I think about it. Like, we've got to collect all the Spirit Stones before Baltar the Invincible collects them all and destroys the universe. I don't know. Now we've got the perfect amulet. The combined form of Dante's pendant and Dark Knight's pendant. It allows entry into the underworld. And now, get ready for the Devil Sword Sparta to be unleashed.
By the power of Sparta.
Not Sparta, Sparda.
Oh, Sparta.
It's a D.
Oh.
It is a sword and a scythe.
Nice.
And that's what Sparta's devil form looked like. As a brief glimpse, but he gets, a full transformation later. Thanks for the tip on Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. This is Sparta. I was waiting for someone to make that joke. This is Sparta! Instead of kick, he does Stinger. Now, hot take, I don't like the Devil Sword Sparta in this game. outside of one
You're right, that
specific
is a
boss
hassle.
fight, you can't use Devil Trigger while using the Devil Sword Sparta. Because instead, it's strong enough to like have the strength of when you're using Devil Trigger without going Devil Trigger. But that also means, you know, you lose your easy access to healing. I don't know, I feel like it could have used a rework. To make it, you know, a bit more of a substantial upgrade over Alistair. I used to be able to do the voice as the actor and was my friend's text message sound for like 3 months. That's awesome. There was speaking of old like text message and ringtones, I had like, you know, some wild ringtones when I was in high school that I got off this website that just had like free ringtones that were easy to install on your old mid-2000s flip phone. But like the one that everybody really liked was like I don't know what the source of it was, but I liked the sound of it because a friend of mine had it and showed me where to get it. And it was like this, you know, stereotypical flamboyant gay guy saying, "Your phone is ringing. Hello. Hello, your phone is ringing. You know what? Look, your phone is ringing. Pick up your phone. Your phone is ringing, okay?" And then I also had a Quagmire ringtone where it would go like, it would do, you know, the old phone ring, and then it would be giggity, giggity, giggity. You know, back when I thought Quagmire was funny and not a complete monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to ask if she remembers having it as an alert. I would love to hear the answer on that. Anyway, we got the Philosopher's Egg.
Okay.
We got our eggs. We got our... Yes, this is a trying time, and we've got an egg. And now we need to put the egg into the blue flame. And then fight Nightmare again.
Oh, jeez.
Like I said, we have to fight this thing like 3 times, and I hate him. The way the fight works is you can only damage him while he's solid, and the way to make him solid is to hit these dials. And then you have to like shoot him until he exposes his core, and then hit the core while it's exposed. I'm sure there's probably a better strategy for this, I just don't know it. All right, we can do this. That was way too close. Holy shit. I had a sliver of health left.
Neptune's navel, that was a close one.
Transformation is complete. A strange voice from the transformed stone is echoing in my head. I am the first key to opening the gate of the underworld. The second key resides in the mirror dimension. And now we've got the elixir. Also, Kier, I finally tried titty milk. Turns out titty milk tastes like vanilla and orange. Like, mostly vanilla with like a little bit of orange zest to it.
Hmm.
Why are you saying, you were there for it?
Sorry, I'm like half paying attention to half looking at my phone for the Duolingo thing.
Well, pay attention!
Mm.
Alright, mission 19, enter the corrupted world. It turns out the corrupted world just looks like ours. Except ever so slightly darker. The elixir is responding strongly to the other painting. I just realized we're traveling through paintings in a castle to get to different areas. This is just Devil May Cry's take on Super Mario 64.
Yeah, kinda.
Anyway, time to go into the mirror dimension, like in that episode of Rugrats.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the darkest of them all?
I don't have an answer to that, because I'll get canceled. The mirror is responding to the elixir and its reflection is growing eerier. Now, on the PS2 version, there's like a blurring there's like a motion blur effect over the screen instead of just wibbly wobbly. Just like when you're underwater, in the PS2 version, there's like a blur effect to make it look more distorted instead of just looking like a funhouse mirror. Some of those visual effects were lost in the HD remaster, but, it still looks fine. I'll take the HD remaster over the original, even if the art direction's not one-to-one, because it has better controls. Just due to the fact that attack the button layout is correct, instead of having jump be on triangle. Anyway, we got the Philosopher's Stone. Time to resurrect our mother, and unleash some unspeakable horrors in the process. Wait, no, it's not. What day of October is it? Is, the thing in Full Metal Alchemist? I don't know, I never saw Full Metal Alchemist. Except for the movie. I borrowed that from a friend because she demanded I watch it. And by the movie, I mean Conqueror of Shambhala from the 2003 series, not Brotherhood, because this was in high school. Actually, no, it wasn't even high school. It was middle school. 8th grade. All I know is that Lust is sexy, as she should be. And so is Winry. I blame Full Metal Alchemist, what little I've seen of it, for making me like mechanic girls.
And that is done. I am done with the math.
Anyway, time to kill nobody. For those who don't get the joke, the name of this enemy is Nobody. Hopefully I'll be able to get my shipping label from Stone Age Gamer this week so I can send in my old flashcards and get my new actually working flashcard so I can get back to doing some Sega Genesis and Sega CD streams like I've been wanting to for a while.
Yes.
Like, the order's in, I'm just waiting for them to send me my shipping label, which is part of the process. It's just like, I send it in towards the end of the week. So I place the order towards the end of the week, so, you know, they're a little bit behind because they don't do this stuff on the weekends. Like, what's cool about them is they respond to messages on the weekends. And they'll, like, give you phone calls on the weekends if they have something to talk to you about. They just, you know, they don't operate the store, or at least the online part of the store, on weekends, because they do have a physical location, but it's in Ohio, where, actually, if I knew the layout of Ohio, I could ask, my cousin Cobalt Rogue to, check it out for me. It's in Salem, Ohio. I just don't know what... I think he's near Columbus, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I just don't know how far Salem is from Columbus.
Yeah.
I'm no geographist.
You and I both know another person from Ohio.
Do what? Do we?
Cloud.
Oh, I didn't know Cloud was in Ohio.
I think they are.
I've just never asked where they live.
I think they let slip once that they were in Ohio, or at least nearby. But I could be wrong. I could be just misremembering. I don't know.
Speaking of Ohio stuff, I got noticed by Greg Sestero on Blue Sky today.
Oh, nice.
Greg Sestero, you know, Mark himself.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yes, I got noticed by him on Blue Sky. He apparently just joined recently, considering he doesn't have much activity on there yet. And he liked my response to a Blue Sky post in like a book club group about like what authors, living or dead, would you like to have lunch with and, you know, have a discussion with. And my answer for living was Greg Sestero. And my answer for dead was Edgar Allan Poe.
Nice.
And for Greg Sestero, it wasn't, my guess is, you know, other than mentioning his name, I think he might have also liked that my reason for wanting to have, you know, have lunch, a little chat with him wasn't just to talk about the room. It was to talk about, like, you know, being an up-and-coming actor in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Considering I want to get into acting as a potential profession. Even though it's voice acting, but that's still acting.
Yeah, still, yeah.
The evil darkness is whirling with its mouth open. This must be the gate of the underworld. Exciting. Shall I use the Philosopher's Stone? Yeah, what's the worst that could happen by opening the gate to the underworld?
So you're basically at Hellmouth.
Yes.
Damn it, Leviathan.
Have a good night, Shadow Dragon.
See ya, Shadow Dragon.
Mission 20, Showdown with Nightmare, as if we haven't had enough showdowns with Nightmare already. This is the level that kicks my ass every time, solely because of the fight with Nightmare. So we may see a few deaths here. That's why I made sure to buy some yellow orbs. We don't have gold orbs yet. These are yellow orbs, and yes, they are different. Gold orbs wouldn't appear until, I think, Devil May Cry 2 or 3.
So you got the piss orbs.
Yes, I got the piss stones, given that these are supposed to be crystals. I got the piss stone. Put the piss stone down! You know what piss stones does to your boyness? I like what piss stones does to my boyness. Eggman?
Excuse me. Huh.
You know, part of me thinks, oh, this looks ominous, and part of me thinks this would be a cool place to have a rave. Or like a metal concert.
Yeah.
Also, oh no, Trish is lying there on the floor, I guess.
Trish, stay back.
Like, I get that's the whole Wounded Gazelle gambit, but like, come on, Dante. You're smarter than this.
Yeah. Not really.
By the way, would you like to know canonically what another one of Dante's favorite foods is other than pizza? And this is from the old Devil May Cry anime. He likes strawberry parfaits.
Huh. Ooh, yeah.
I just realized I haven't used a healing item this whole game. I'm doing better than I expected. Usually I, have to heal at least once other than, using Devil Trigger. That doesn't count. Because I'm more often than not using a Devil Trigger to heal. I'm using it to amplify damage.
Ooh. I don't know why I'm just yawning too much.
Oh, I cheated the fuck out of that, and I'm taking it. I totally should have died there. You see what I mean when I say this would be a sweet place for a rave, right? You guys don't...
Yeah.
I'm not the only one thinking that, right? Like, it's got the ambient lights and everything.
call on me.
You just might need to clean some demon gunk off of the floor and the ceiling and the walls. Hey, Space Skaters, how you doing? I believe, I've seen you. Well, I know I've seen you before because it doesn't say you're a first-time chatter. Welcome, how are you doing? I'm just, trying not to die here in one of the worst fights in this game. Sleepy? Oh, you're eepy. Are you a sleepo beepo? I hope you get some good sleep tonight, Space Gators. But, regardless of being sleepy, I appreciate that you showed up to my stream. Oh, I've got plenty of lives. I'll be fine. Go watch me whoop this boss, assuming I don't get whooped too many times in the process. Because I suck at fighting Nightmare in this stage in particular. Also, its second phase didn't kick in for some reason. I don't know why. Usually it kicks in at that point. I think I'm gonna try fighting it with Alistair instead of the Double Sword Sparta. Because then I'll have access to my double trigger. I don't know. I'm not very good at Devil May Cry 1. I'm not very good at Devil May Cry to begin with. But Devil May Cry 1 especially. Because, you know, it do be pretty clunky compared to 3 onwards. I'm so bad at DMC, Lamau, but this is giving me such nostalgia. Hey, I'm glad that I can give you your nostalgia kick. Because I play a lot of games that are nostalgic for me on these streams, and I hope to instill some of those vibes in my viewers as well. Actually, I have like a little story about my introduction to Devil May Cry that I don't think I've shared on stream, but similar to my introduction to like horror movies and Resident Evil, because it involves the same friend of mine. I had a friend back in 8th grade. Well, I say back in 8th grade. I knew him up until I graduated college. Haven't spoken to him since, because, you know, I moved away and he got busy with like church stuff. So yeah, but he got a PS2 during the semester that we met, and he got a handful of games for it, and 2 of them were Devil May Cry 1 and Devil May Cry 3, and that's what got him into the series. And then he let me borrow Devil May Cry 3 off of him, and he also brought Devil May Cry 1 over to my house for us to play together. Like, I was aware of Devil May Cry through video game magazines at the time, of course. But it's like, I didn't actually play them up until that point because, like, my mom, who I lived with after the divorce, was kind of hesitant on me playing M-rated games because she thought they were all like blood and guts. But yeah, she didn't have a problem with me playing Devil May Cry because it was more action than horror. The marionette enemies always scared the heck out of me as a kid. I can see why. They tend to drop down out of nowhere. Okay, I'll hydrate. Question is, do I hydrate with actual water or do I hydrate with the titty milk? I'll leave that to you, Space
Yes.
Gators. Water always? Okay. I see you want me to actually be healthy and not just be a gremlin. Thanks, I needed that. Because my throat was getting dry. Also, just as a heads up to the mods, which, you know, you included, JKR, I fixed the command for, you know, the chat command for putting the Discord link. So it works now. The hate raids that I was worried about seem to have died down.
Good.
So if Space Gators feels like joining my Discord, they can. No pressure if you don't feel like it. Just extending a invitation to you. We try to keep it like a relatively chill place. Just it's the easiest place to reach me and find out what I'm doing and when. And we've got like a nice little community in there, I like to think. You'll keep it in mind you tend not to join too many because you're an anxious weenie. Oh, finally, someone else who is. I'm in so many Discord servers, but I don't actually interact in a lot of them. Because I'm, like, very socially awkward and kind of anxious and, like, worried about making a bad first impression or annoying people. So, like, I'm in, like, too many servers. Not too many servers to count, just too many servers. And I don't actually talk in like 99% of them unless it's filled with people I actually know. So I get you on that. You don't even interact in your LARC Discord because you're afraid of people. I'm in some, like the only Discords that I tend to interact in other than my own are ones with, like, majority of it are friends of mine that I've known for a while. Even if it's like, oh, this is a Discord that my friend made that has some of their friends in it that I'm not familiar with, but like they say are nice, I still tend not to post in them because I'm like, I don't want them to think I'm weird or well, they are to think I'm weird. I am a proudly weird person. But I don't want them to think I'm like annoying or anything like that, and I don't want to like accidentally upset someone by saying the wrong thing, as I tend to do. I'm also just like that IRL. I'm very awkward about meeting new people. But once you get to know me, I stay around like a bad itch.
Like me.
Yeah, I get so nervous about saying the wrong thing. The only time I'm chatty is on stream. Well, I appreciate that you feel comfortable being chatty in my stream chat. That means, like, even though you may not assume it, it really means a lot to me that you feel comfortable chatting here. I like to make all of my communities and stream places. Hey, thanks for the sub! Holy shit! Thank you! Thank you for the Bezos box. As I like to call them for Prime subs. Yeah, thank you. I like to try and make you know, any place that I set up as welcoming and inclusive as possible for people of all sorts of walks of life, and especially for people that are like, neurodivergent or just, kind of nervous and were anxious. I do have like a lot. I got more than 2 problems, let's say. You're gonna give him your Bezos. If you're gonna give Bezos your money, he can give it to me. Yes, exactly. That's why I call it the Bezos bucks, because you're not paying for it. He is.
BRB.
I can't remember where I picked up the term Bezos bucks from, but it stuck with me. It was from someone else that I follow. I just can't remember who. There we go. Finally, phase 2 is kicking in. Oh no, Trish has betrayed us. You could have seen this coming.
So easy.
Trish, you?
Humans. What's
Also, like, just from, like, someone that's done texture work for class assignments before in video game development classes, I find it kind of odd that her lips are so, like, highly textured compared to, like, her skin or any other part of her body. Like, her lips have so much detail compared to the rest of her model in this game. It's kind of off-putting to me. Gotta give her those sexy lips. Hell yeah. They knew what they were doing. How would you know she's one of the token sexy female characters? How would you know if she's one of the token sexy female characters otherwise? Especially once we get to Devil May Cry 4. Holy shit, she got the glow up of all time. See, this is why Dante's such a good guy. He, even though Trish literally just tried to trap him and kill him, he's like, I'm still gonna save you even if I'm pissed at you and never want to see you again. Like, Dante's a fascinating character when you look at him past his, outward bravado.
Dante?
I'm back.
Dante, why did
Welcome
you
back.
save my life?
Because you look like my mother. Now get out of my sight. The next time we meet, it won't be like this.
Dante!
Don't come any closer, you devil! You may look like my mother, but you're nowhere close to her. You have no soul. You have the face, but you'll never have her fire!
If I had a nickel for every sexy blonde character, or at least pretty blonde character, named Eva, who gave birth to a badass protagonist and his evil twin brother in a PS2 era video game franchise, like PS1, PS2 era video game franchise from a Japanese company, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is weird, but awesome that it happened twice. The other one, of course, being Eva for Metal Gear Solid. Mission 21, Living Cave. Pulsate the heart and open the last gate. I hate referring to activating the heart's pumping feature as pulsating it. That sounds filthy. You know, I don't have problems with the word moist, but referring to it as like, yes, I need to pulsate this heart. I'm like, that sounds obscene. Never say that combination of words to me again. There was nothing like the convoluted and twisting stories of video games in the late 90s and early 2000s. Yeah, we're never gonna get something as, like, narratively complex, but still, like, engaging at the same time as Metal Gear and, like, Kingdom Hearts up to 3 ever again. Like, I feel like, you know, assuming Kingdom Hearts 4 actually does come out sometime this century, because it's been like, what, 3-4 years since we've heard anything about it? Like, Metal Gear's more or less done, other than, you know, we're getting a remake of 3, which I'm excited for. But, like, Kingdom Hearts, I'm interested in seeing what kind of wacky shit, Tetsuya Nomura has in store for us next. Kingdom Hearts especially, like, its reputation for being difficult to follow mostly comes from, like, how it was released back in the day. But that's no longer a thing I feel like is a valid thing to criticize it for, because it's so readily available on every platform. God, Kingdom Hearts, lol, I remember being a kid like, IDK, what's happening, but this is rad, and honestly, I still have no idea what's happening. Yeah, for me, like, I know this is gonna piss off my friend Mistress Dove, because she's a hardcore Kingdom Hearts fan, and a hardcore, aficionado of, Tetsuya Nomura's work. And she has, like, a really deep understanding of Kingdom Hearts, and a really deep connection to it, but, like, for me, I'm like, Kingdom Hearts is just kind of vibes to me. Like, I've stopped trying to get too narratively invested in the story, because right now it's like, I kind of get what's going on, but, like, I'm not gonna think too deeply about it. I'm just along for the ride. It feels like with Kingdom Hearts, they picked up in the middle of a story that we were just expected to know. Kinda, given that, you know, the, first game to come out is sort of like the midpoint of the story in the timeline. You know, the story's timeline. It's very much a case of, like, to me at least, because, you know, I don't claim to know what's going on in Tetsuya Nomura's insane mind. But, to me at least, it's very much a case of, like, it's sort of like a Star Wars thing, where it's like, he made it with the idea of fleshing out a whole universe at different points in the timeline later on, but, like, set up little seeds for stuff we would come to understand later, but we don't have an explanation for at the beginning, because, you know, ooh, what does this mean? Keep playing the series to find out. Sort of like how Star Wars, like, there's all these references to, like, the Clone Wars and the Jedi being mostly wiped out, all this stuff in the first movie, and we wouldn't get, you know, answers to what any of that was until, like, almost 20 years after Return of the Jedi came out. So, yeah, it's that kind of thing, to me at least. As someone that was around for, you know, the prequel trilogy being the new hot thing. There's two groups of people, the ones that know the vast and sprawling lore and how everything intertwines and the nods to different references, than the people who have a vague inkling and are there to simply vibe with Disney characters. I'm not necessarily there to vibe with the Disney characters, because, like, my thing is I didn't really grow up with a lot of well, I say I didn't grow up with. It's like I was aware of, the big Disney properties at the time. I just didn't actually see most of them until way later. Like, my big Disney movie fascinations were Hercules and Atlantis the Lost Empire, rather than like Lion King or Aladdin. I had a friend who was like pissed at me that I hadn't seen Peter Pan. I'm not friends with him anymore because he turned out to be kind of a piece of shit, but that's a story for another time. It's the same friend that loaded my laptop full of porn viruses while he was, trying to install some pirated software on my very first laptop so I could make AMVs, and two, looking at porn while I was asleep and he was sleeping over at my house. You know what one of my, nostalgic memories of Atlantis is, other than, the movie itself, and, I had one of the toys. I had the toy of the Leviathan, that giant lobster mech thing that guards Atlantis that they marketed the hell out of because it was so cool looking. I've still got it, but it's missing one of its claws because, the pin that held it together fell out or broke or something. And the other thing is, there was an Atlantis cereal that was pretty good. It was, standard breakfast cereal taste. Like an oat cereal, but it would turn the milk blue, even though it wasn't a blue-colored cereal. And the pieces were in the shapes of the Atlantean alphabet.
Nice.
Peter Pan is a weird one, very much a product of its time. If you didn't see it back in the 90s, it doesn't hit the same. I could feel that, given that Peter Pan's, a much older Disney movie. Oh yeah, I also really liked 101 Dalmatians, because I had that on VHS when I was a kid. I watched that one a lot, but I can't remember anything about it. I didn't even really, engage with it for the story. It's just, it's got dogs, and I like dogs. And it's got 101 of them. I didn't know how much, 101 dogs was. I'm just like, look at all the puppers.
Yeah.
Puppies is all I need to know. Exactly. I didn't even get that,
because I'm.
Yeah, that's fair, JKR.
Yeah, I'm tired and I'm also not really feeling good. My stomach keeps growling at me. So
Get some rest and feel better, dude.
Thanks. I'll still be watching from the chat. I just won't really be in call much.
Yeah, I get
Or
you.
at all.
I get you.
Later, Zari.
Later. All right, we have successfully pulsated the heart. Hopefully I never have to say that phrase again. Aristocats is another one that you enjoyed, but you think your enjoyment was because kitties. Yeah, I could see that, especially since doesn't Aristocats have, an entire musical number that's incredibly racist about Siamese cats? I know that because, I had some, Disney sing-along CD as a kid. I have no idea where I got it from, and it had that song on it. It had that, it had Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It was just random songs from Disney movies. It had Circle of Life. You think that's Lady and the Tramp? I've never seen Lady and the Tramp either. So I'm probably mixing those two up. I haven't seen a lot of classic Disney movies. I haven't even seen a lot of the Renaissance ones. I've never seen Hunchback of Notre Dame, despite, how much I know I would love it. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. My biggest exposure to Hunchback of Notre Dame, other than other than, the song Hellfire, is the level in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Anyway, time for church. Amen. Praise be. Thanks for the trophy, I guess.
Strange fate, isn't it?
Strange and ironic that it will end the same way.
You know what I'm going to do, but that won't help you because I know what you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? What's wrong with a pulsating heart? Not a heart that's pulsating isn't a problem. It's the phrasing of, I need to pulsate the heart. That sounds dirty to me. It's like, oh yeah, pulsate my heart, baby. You know, it sounds fucky.
So sad that humans will always be humans. No more.
Hellfire is a banger. Have you heard Jonathan Young's metal cover of Hellfire? It's so good. It's not time for the scene yet. We'll get to it soon.
Useless scum. Failure is one thing, but taking an odd behavior like that. What is the matter? It is time to end your pitiful life.
Anyway, JKR, since you're still in chat, get ready to see what Sparta looked like for this form that only shows up in this game called Sparta Trigger. Well, I say only shows up in this game. It shows up in other games as like an unlockable, but as part of the story, it only shows up in this game. Also, like, I love the design of Mundus as, basically a demon god, disguising himself as, like, an angelic savior statue. And then when he revealed, as you chip away at his exterior, you see, like, that freakish monstrosity that lies underneath. That's something that would carry over into Bayonetta, and I just love that. You must away, gotta appease the green owl before you crash for the night. Have fun with your Duolingo, and hopefully the Duolingo owl doesn't assassinate you in your sleep for being late. I know how vicious he can be. Have a good night, Space Gators, and thanks for popping by. Also, this would be sort of a recurring thing in games directed by Hideki Kamiya. He loves Space Harrier, the old arcade game. So he loves throwing in sequences that play like Space Harrier in his games. Anyway, Sparta. I love Sparta's wings. They're like real kind of insectoid. So Sparta was a bug, interesting. Yeah, I like that instead of giving him, bat wings or like raven wings, they're like, let's give him bug wings. That's just an interesting design choice to me that really stands out compared to a lot of, all-powerful Demon Lord designs. Also, a bit of trivia that Hideki Kamiya confirmed on Twitter once. This, like, flaming dragon that Dante shoots out of him as a super attack during this fight has a name. Its name is Puff. I'm not making that up for a shitty joke. That is actually true. Also, you can tell by this that I'm terrible at Space Harrier. I actually really want to try a Space Harrier arcade machine. I've played emulated and console versions of it before, but I hear that the arcade machine has like a cool setup. It's like those sit-down machines. Galloping Ghost has one, but I'd never played it because, and this is kind of like embarrassing for me to say, I'm a big boy in real life. And I can't fit in the seat for the Space Harrier game. I'm too fat to play Space Harrier. That's my real reason for my weight loss journey, so I can play Space Harrier on an actual arcade machine instead of having to play it through Yakuza 0. I'm joking about that, of course. Not about being fat, but about that being the reason for my weight loss journey. Obviously, it's so I can feel more comfortable with myself and so I can be healthier. But yeah, I would love to go back to Galloping Ghost sometime, especially if I can go there when they have their Primal Rage 2 machine set up, because they've got the only one in the world, and it's like considered sort of like a holy ground for 90s fighting game aficionados, because Primal Rage 2 was never officially released, and Galloping Ghost got a hold of the only known existing prototype cabinet of it, and they have it in working condition there. They just don't have it out all the time. I also need to try that Castlevania arcade game again, the light gun one. I need to try it from the beginning if we can get Nico. Well, Nico wouldn't be able to see it. If he's recovered enough by then we need to do another round of that. And we need to have some one-on-one in Sonic the Fighters IRL. Anyway, everyone shut up. Time for peak cinema.
Her life for me. And now you, too. I should have saved you. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
The timing on that, holy shit. But yeah, I don't know what it was about Capcom specifically, but they kept having the most meme-worthy lines in their games during like the 90s and early 2000s. And I love them for it. Like, it's a mix of the lines being shittily written and, the voice acting being just delightfully campy. I love it. It's the kind of thing you can't do on purpose.
My father's also here now. Rest in peace.
Like, if they were to remake Devil May Cry 1 and try to, redo this scene, and keep it faithful to the original portrayal like they did with, the bingo line in the Resident Evil 4 remake, like, they would never be able to capture this specific brand of melodramatic cheesiness on purpose. This is the kind of thing that only happens through the perfect storm of accidents. And I love it. I'm not disparaging the voice actor or the direction or anything. I'm saying this is perfect as it is. I would not change a thing. All right, time for the final level. Looks like this is probably going to be a shorter stream then if we can finish this quickly, because I forgot how far we were last time. I know that I technically shouldn't be fighting these guys, but fuck it, I need the red orbs. Now these guys I do have to fight. There's we got a barrier that won't open until they're dead and gone. Also, I forgot, these guys come back in Devil May Cry 5 as well. And they look just as freaky there as they do here. Thank you for clipping that. Yes, it's not a Devil May Cry stream without or Devil May Cry playthrough without someone clipping that absolute Oscar-worthy moment. It's also one of the only times you see Dante get that emotional. Usually he still tries to like, even when he's genuinely like upset or sad about something, he still tries to mask it with an air of cool bravado and machismo to mask his true sadness. Like I said, Dante's a fascinating character when you look past his exterior and look at the fact that, like, he's got some trauma that he needs to work through and doesn't have a good outlet for it. But you know what they say, a little childhood trauma builds character. Shit, I gotta get out of here. The timer's running out. I'd never cut it this close before. All right, let's run, Dante. Move your ass. By the way, there's since we're going with Devil May Cry 1 Dante in particular, there is a old anime and manga series that I need to find a way to check out that served as a major inspiration for Dante's portrayal in this game, called Space Adventure Cobra. Hideki Kamiya was a big fan of it, and that served as an inspiration for Dante's design and personality. There's a Sega CD game based on it as well that is, I think, the only piece of Cobra media to get like an official English release with a dub. If I remember correctly, Cobra is also partly an inspiration for an aspect of Mega Man, which is the arm cannon, or the Psycho gun as it's called in Cobra.
Going anywhere. Besides, there's no place to go. Look around. This will be your burial ground as well.
That's a face only a mother could love. Not Dante's mother, though.
You'll be okay. You can do it.
What? Mother.
Dante, use my power.
Oh boy. We're almost ready for the line. The line that Dante has to say at least once per game. Just need to build up my devil trigger first.
It looks like we have a
Here we go. Hey, he said it. Also, this is unique in that this is the only time Dante doesn't kill, the monstrosity at the end of the game. He just seals it away for later. And while Mundus would never, outside the reboot, would never appear in person again, he's said in supplementary material to be like the one sending out the demon forces behind the scenes while he's still sealed.
Dante. Dante.
Trish, devils never cry. These tears are a gift only humans have.
Now kiss her, you fool!
No, Trish, it's never too late.
Hey, remember that plane? Remember that plane that was a piece of set decoration? You ever heard of Chekhov's gun?
Yes.
The whole principle of storytelling that if you have, like, a gun that is pointed out as part of the setting, the gun must be fired at some point in the story.
Let's rock.
Oh, it's firing on its own. I didn't know it did that. I thought you had to, button mash to do that. There's one thing about this CG cutscene coming up that always sticks out to me is like a little odd. You'll see it right... not here, in the next shot. There we go. Trish's hair is so long there. Like, I know she's got long hair, but damn!
The sky is fair.
Yes, this isn't Chekhov's gun, this is Chekhov's biplane.
Like the sky. I feel like my heart is becoming clear.
Let's not forget, though, the Underworld's evil is still alive. They will someday return.
There's no need to worry, right? Because the world has the legendary Dark Knight Dante and his sidekick.
I never noticed that she winks there. I keep noticing so many new details about these games as I play through them on stream. Why does this keep happening?
Devil never cry. Yes.
Also, get ready for this to never come up again, it being renamed to Devil Never Cry instead of Devil May Cry.
We'll be right there.
Completely dropped after this game.
Sounds heavy.
Okay, let's get it over with in 10 minutes. Can't let a single one of those suckers live.
5 minutes.
More than enough.
And that was Devil May Cry 1 from Team Little Devils. This game's definitely got some jank and some clunk to it, but I think it still holds up in the context of being, you know, a pioneer for an entire genre of video games. If you're going to play any version of this, definitely get the one on the HD collection, or if you only have a Switch, get the standalone release on Switch, because that is just the HD collection version. Yeah, this game is great, and while some parts of it have, you know, not held up the best over time, I still say it stands out as an important and influential game of the early PS2 generation, and you know, it gave birth to one of my favorite Capcom franchises. And indirectly gave birth to a lot of other franchises that I love just by, you know, creating a whole new genre that people were quick to try and capitalize off of. Even Capcom themselves would try to capitalize off of Devil May Cry with, what's it called? Sengoku Basara, and, which, That game was released over here as Devil Kings to try and trick people into thinking it was a Devil May Cry game. Capcom would make a few other Devil May Cry ripoffs. Self-ripoffs, I should say. Sort of like going Saban on it, like doing a Beetleborgs of trying to replicate the same success with something that's mechanically similar, but in a different setting. Like, it's easy to forget that there were so many Devil May Cry clones in the wake of Devil May Cry 1's massive success. Hell, we even got a Nightmare Before Christmas game that was a Devil May Cry clone from Capcom. But yes, that was Devil May Cry 1. Next time I return to the Devil May Cry series, it'll be with Devil May Cry 2, which, definitely the low point of the series. But, I'll have, J.K. Aaron for it with me, hopefully, by then. Yes, Oogie's Revenge is the Nightmare Before Christmas game. That's a Devil May Cry clone. I'll hopefully have J.K. Aaron for it along for Devil May Cry 2 so I don't bore myself to sleep. Because that game, it's interesting to talk about how it fails as a follow-up to Devil May Cry 1 and how it's the black sheep of the franchise, but it's not very interesting to play or to analyze its story. It's more so fun to analyze how it fails. But I'm looking forward to getting on with that this weekend. And I know that was a bit of a shorter stream, but we finished the game. There's not much else to do. Oh yes, we gotta see our final ranking. B? Okay, I'll take a B rank on that. And there's sort of a New Game Plus for this, as is tradition in Devil May Cry. But we won't be playing through that. Let's see, I got 12 S rank combos, 56 A ranks, 32 B ranks, 300 C ranks, and 363 D ranks. Not too bad. I also got pretty solid rankings around the board. You know, there's the 1 D rank in there for the fight with Nightmare. But, you know, pretty solid run all around. And yes, a New Game Plus with Hard Mode, which I will not be going through for the purposes of this stream. So let's go on back over here and take a look at who we're going to raid tonight. Oh, Lil Navali is streaming. I've been wanting to raid them for a while. They're really supportive of me on Blue Sky. They're playing a game called Wild Frost, which seems to be a card battle game. Oh my god, their chibi avatar is so cute. Yeah, definitely raiding Lil Navali. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to JKR for co-hosting with me as long as he could. Thank you to Space Skaters for popping by and dropping a Prime sub. I'll see you guys on Wednesday when Kier joins me for some Ride to Hell Retribution. Until then, unpleasant dreams. I guess I'll sing our little outro tune this time since JKR's not here. Well, we're the boys of Chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go. Good night, everybody.